Hey, history enthusiasts, welcome to Heretic History, where we don't just talk about the past, we relive it. You're here because you crave stories that textbooks ignore, the kind of raw, unfiltered history that turns quiet streets into war zones. And trust me, today's video, it's going to blow your mind. From ancient Rome's blood-soaked alleys to the bullet-riddled apartments of Mariupol, streets have always been where empires rise, revolutions ignite, and ordinary people become legends. This isn't just history, it's humanity at its most brutal, courageous, and unpredictable. Stick around until the end. We've got a shocking twist about how these battles still shape your world today. And if you're ready to dive into the chaos with us, smash that like button, ring the bell, and let's go. Before skyscrapers, before concrete, there was blood. Ancient cities weren't just centers of trade, they were pressure cookers of rage. And when that rage exploded, the streets became killing fields. Take Rome, 52 BCE. Two men, Clodius, a populist firebrand, and Milo, a conservative brute, turned the eternal city into a gang war. Their thugs battled with clubs, stones, and fire, dragging politicians from their carriages and butchering them in broad daylight. This wasn't chaos, it was calculated terror. But street battles didn't just topple politicians, they birthed empires. In 312 CE, Constantine's victory here didn't just change Rome's leadership, it changed the world, paving the way for Christianity's rise. All decided by swords on a bridge. And let's not forget Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital. When quartz arrived, its canals and pyramids became a labyrinth of death. Imagine Spanish cannons vibrating through stone temples, warriors fighting room to room like it's 1521's version of Call of Duty. But if you think ancient streets were wild, wait until we hit the Middle Ages, where peasants turned pitchforks into weapons of mass destruction. Forget Game of Thrones. Medieval streets were the real battle royale. No dragons needed, just desperation, iron, and a lot of bad decisions. Meet the Melitins, angry tax-burdened Parisians who turned construction tools into weapons. They didn't just riot, they occupied the city. Bridges became choke points, markets became execution grounds, and when the king's men tried to restore order, they got a mace to the face. Now, flash to Jerusalem. Crusaders versus Fatimid defenders. Close quarters combat so savage, chroniclers wrote the streets ran ankle-deep in blood. Soldiers slipped on entrails. Sacred sites became slaughterhouses. This wasn't war, it was carnage with a holy permit. But my favorite, Florence's Ciompi Revolt. Picture this: textile workers, medieval Karens, fed up with low wages, torching oligarch mansions. They held the city for 6 weeks. Pro tip: never underestimate a pissed-off tailor with a pitchfork. Think this is brutal? Just wait until we hit the Renaissance, where civilized Europeans upgraded from maces to cannons in city squares. The early modern era, more like early murder. This was the age of gunpowder, guts, and god-tier grudges, where streets became stages for revolutions and rivers of revenge. The street, Bartholomew's Day Massacre, a religious cleanse, gone rogue. What started as a royal wedding ended with 10,000 corpses clogging Paris gutters. Priests blessed the killers, neighbors sold out neighbors, and the Seine, it carried bodies for weeks. Fast forward to Boston, where a snowball fight escalated into the massacre. British troops panicked, fired, and bam! America's revolution got its first martyrs. Spoiler: colonists loved the PR. Cue the Tea Party, and by tea, I mean British Empire's dignity, dumped in the harbor. Paris 1789, where liberté meant lopping off heads and turning palaces into public toilets. The September massacres. Think TikTok challenges but with butcher knives and aristocrat hunts. But hold on to your tricorn hats. Next up, we're trading muskets for machine guns. Spoiler: cities burn faster with gasoline. Modern cities aren't built for war, they're glass and steel death traps. And when the bullets fly, streets turn into hellscapes where every window's a sniper nest, every subway station's a mass grave, and survival's a dice roll. Take Stalingrad, the street battle that redefined total war. Soldiers fought for single rooms for weeks. One sergeant wrote, "We'd shoot the rats for food, then realize the rats were eating our dead." Brutality level maximum. Fast forward to Belfast. No tanks, no planes, just neighbors shredding each other over faith and flags. They called it the Troubles. Understatement of the century. Now, 21st century twist: social media warfare. In Raqqa, ISIS streamed executions. Rebels tweeted airstrike coordinates. War wasn't just fought on streets, it went viral. But here's the kicker: today's street battles aren't just live streamed, they're algorithmically optimized. Want to know how? Stick around. The final's gonna break your brain. You're thinking, Cool explosions, bro. But why should I care? Here's why. Street battles aren't history, they're prophecy. Every brick in these ruins screams a warning. Cities don't fall to armies first. They fall to fear, to neighbors turning on neighbors, to leaders who'd rather burn the world than share it. These battles show us who we are. In Warsaw, starving Jews fought Nazis with homemade mulattoes. In Hong Kong, students used umbrellas as shields against tear gas. In Mariupol, a grandma scrawled, "I'm still alive," on rubble, knowing the world might never see it. This isn't just about the past. Look at your own streets. The next battle won't start with a declaration of war. It'll start with a lie gone viral, a spark of hate, a leader who lets it burn. But here's the flip side. Courage is contagious too. Every barricade built, every stranger sheltered, every camera held up to tyranny, that's how ordinary people rewrite history. So smash that like button if you're ready to pay attention. Subscribe, because history isn't a relic, it's a weapon. And the next time someone says, "It can't happen here," you'll know exactly how to prove them wrong. These streets, they've seen empires crumble, revolutions rise, and ordinary people do the unthinkable. But the story isn't over. It's unfolding now, in your city, your feed, your choices. So don't just watch history, be part of it. Smash subscribe and ring that bell, because this channel, we're not just recounting battles, we're building an army of thinkers, fighters, and history hackers. Want to know how Warsaw's rebels hacked Nazi radios? How modern activists outsmart surveillance? Stick around. We've got decades of chaos to unpack, and I need you in the trenches with me. This isn't goodbye. It's see you tomorrow. Stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, history doesn't repeat, but it thirsts. Don't miss the next battle. Subscribe now, or risk being on the wrong side of the story.